Hello everyone and welcome to YouTube Tuesday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Hello, hello. So glad to have you join me today. We are going to step aside from some of the fall cards that I've been creating and do something a little different today. My husband, let me start over. One of my husband's co-workers and his wife are expecting their first baby. And so last Friday, my husband and his co-workers, everyone at the office, threw them a little office baby shower. And so I'm going to share with you the cards that I made for that event. We needed a personal card, as well as I was designated to make the group, the card from the group. So I'm going to share with you a couple of cute, quick, simple, cute cards that you can make with Stampin' Up's Cutest Onesie die set. And you can coordinate that with any designer series paper. Hi, Luann. Hello, hello. I see my hubby popping in there. Yes, now that the office shower has happened, I can share the projects with you. So a few of them do actually watch or check in on my channel here and there. Yep, and it was nice. I got a nice compliment. My husband came home and said that his coworker, so another man, actually acknowledged, wow, these are fancy cards. So that made me feel good that they even recognized the effort that went into that. Hi, Philomena. Hello, hello. So let me flip the camera. I'm going to show you these papers that we're working with and a couple of the key elements, and see if you have an occasion coming up here. Maybe you need a fall baby shower card too. This might work for you. All right, let's get started here. Okay, so I am pairing this. I wanted something sort of fall, but since they're having a baby girl, I wanted something still cute and floral and beautiful. All right, so I didn't go super cutesy, but I did go a little bit more sophisticated here. All right, so I am using the Painterly Pears designer series paper. I love these floral designs in here. We've got some really beautiful patterns. All right, and a lot of these coordinate so nicely all together. So I thought it'd be fun to do kind of a mixture of cute little onesies. All right, so of course you can get the whole suite here, the Perfectly Pears stamp set and dies, along with the Painterly Pears designer series paper, and these cute little embellishments too, the low profile sparkle dots. All right, and then as far as the onesie bundle, now I have a couple of previous bundles. Every few years Stampin' Up does release something, and I've checked and they all are about the same size. So if you need a onesie stamp set, something that would work for baby shower, as well as the dies. The dies are what I really like. You can find those here on page 99 of the Stampin' Up annual catalog here. And they were previously bundled, so now they're offered individually. But what's nice is the dies with the little onesie, the hangers. You've got the 1, 2, 3, this little pocket, and the rattle. You can do the whole die set. It's only $13. So really inexpensive. And the stamp set too, $17. And it comes with that onesie image, some nice sentiments of congratulations, and then little images that you can decorate with as well. But designer series paper is my decoration of choice. So to go along with the Painterly Pears, what I have done here is paired that with some Petal Pink and some Mossy Meadow. So like I said, I wanted something that was still feminine, but not overly cutesy or too girly. And I think these turned out cute. All right, so the card base here is the Petal Pink. I went with the colors from the Painterly Pears designer series paper. So this is just your 5.5 by 8.5. We'll fold and score here at 4 1/4. Now for the inside, usually I cut just a layer of basic white. However, in this paper pack, we have an unusual sheet. that, let me see. Let me show you this particular pattern. Now it's got detail all around the edges, but it's open on the inside. Now usually we would cut these into sections here so you could get several from one piece. So I wanted to show you something that you could do with just a little edge piece here. And so I've cut this, again, 4 by 5 1/4, like a little adhesive on there. And it's got this nice little floral pear design, which goes with our decorative onesies. So I'm going to use this. The back side is that Calypso Coral and Petal Pink kind of just all over design. But I thought this would be really cute for the inside. So that is what I'm using instead of just a plain basic white. So we're gonna pop that inside the card here. So that way it's pretty inside too. Now this one with the multiple onesies, this is my group card, the From All of Us. Okay, so we're gonna do a layer of Mossy Meadow for the front. Again, that also is 4 by 5 1/4. And like I said, this is simple, so you could easily put a bunch of these together. You could even use these as your baby shower invitations. That would be really cute. Or a nice gift for a mother to me might be some baby shower thank you cards. I know, even though I haven't had any babies here myself, I have gotten a lot of use out of these stamps and dies over the years, whether it's for friends, family, each of my cousins, we've made baby shower cards for them. So yeah, friends, family, coworkers. They've come in handy for all kinds of things. Hi, Karen. All right, so this basic white piece is a little bit smaller. That's 3 3/4 by 5. All right, to nestle in there. So just pretty little card base and then that decorative piece on the inside. And now this is the fun part, is just going through the different patterns. And so I've used the onesie die here and then little hanger, okay? And so I've just cut out several little patterns, mix and match here of the onesies. And then I've got a little strip here that I'm gonna use for my sentiment piece. So figure out which patterns you like. I like this. This is that Secret Sea, but I like that really pretty petal pink flower on there. And if you want to step it up a little bit, because they look really cute just with the die cuts, okay? So you could totally do these projects with just the die set alone for $13. You can't beat that. But if you want to step it up with the actual onesie die, all right, and add in the stamp set here, that does add an extra little detail to these, and you can even pre-die cut them. I'm using some Mossy Meadow here, and because it's a simple design, you can even stamp that after you've cut them out, and it just adds a little bit of detail here to these cute little onesies. Okay, I mean, it's just a little something, a little stitching on there. Okay, of course it's going to show up a little bit more, but I thought Mossy Meadow was a good all-around color for these. Of course, you could go with like Calypso Coral, but like I said, I wanted something feminine, but not overly frilly. Okay, so I think those came out pretty nice like that. And then what we're going to do is use some glue. You could use glue dots or a little bit of liquid glue, whichever your preference here. So turn these all over, and we're going to attach the hangers to the back first. Okay, and with these, you just need a little bit on each corner. Okay, and then line them up right on the back there. And then what I like to do, so you just kind of center it on the back, and then use your dimensionals to hold everything in place. So what I did is a dimensional on each shoulder. This way you don't even have to worry about letting the glue dry. Okay, and then one down there on the bodice. So I'm doing this for each of the cards, or excuse me, each of these onesies here. All right, so again, just go ahead and add a little dab of glue on the ends of the hanger for each one. I do like the glue a little bit because then it does allow you to adjust. When you flip it over, you can see, okay, where's the hanger? Do I want to reposition that in any way? But nope, looks good. I just put it flush with the shoulders there. And then add your dimensional over the top. So really quick and simple here. So again, if you wanted to mass produce these and make a whole bunch of some of the, like if you were making a set of thank you cards, or if you were doing shower invitations with this, it's an easy enough design to reproduce quickly. Okay, reading back through your comments. Hi Trey, hello, hello. Oh, Karen, you went to a baby shower recently and only one other present had a card attached. Wow. Huh. Yeah, no, that's surprising. Well, and at least in my family, we made sure when my cousins each had their babies, it was a family production. We got the aunties and we all got together. Of course, I was the designated instructor. But we came up with the design as a group, and we handmade not only their shower invitations, but also their thank you cards. And we made little party favors. We made little diaper bag favors. I know for my cousin's little girl, we did the cutest little, actually the Notes and Totes die set that we have now would be super cute. The purse set that we had back then is no longer available, but we made cute little purse, little like diaper bags for her shower. And then when my cousin's little boy, we made cute little little onesie. We did little decorations, and since she had a boy, we decorated little root beer bottles. It was the cutest little thing. So many fun things, fun ideas that you can go through. And we have some great, that's the thing, with everybody does their baby shower a little bit different theme. So onesies are pretty across the board. We also have like the Storybook Friends with the Beatrix Potter. This, of course, you might want a fairy tale theme like that. Or we've even got, right now we have the Silly Safari, which is what I was originally thinking, because this one has a cute little welcome baby on there, and you could do a zoo or a jungle theme. So lots of fun ideas. So let's flip these. Oops, I missed one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is flip these over here and arrange them. Oh, let's see here. I really like this floral one, so I think that's gonna be my top. Let's do the yellow. Let's alternate. So we'll do the yellow. And the one thing you have to do is just make sure that the onesies actually stay on the card. Make sure the hangers don't overextend here. So I'm gonna kind of layer these. All right, there's that one. And then we've got the leaves. We can kind of tuck this one in and just put them all at like different heights and kind of place them around. So just kind of a little mishmash of onesies on here. And then for the sentiment, again, keeping it super simple, just a 1/2 inch strip of basic white. And I'm going to do the congratulations on there with the mossy meadow. Okay, so just quick and simple. I'm gonna come in from the end just a little bit. Okay, looks good. And grab my snips here. All right, again, simple, just going to angle that. Can't get any simpler than that. Put a couple of dimensionals here on the back. All right, I just had my dimensionals there. They go under my ink pad. Okay. There we go. Isn't this cute? Cute and simple. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring this in from the end. All right, now to go along with that, I'm going to use the Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread pack. Now this is another online exclusive that goes with, I think, one of like the holiday fall suites, but really anything in Old Olive right now, or Mossy Meadow, works really, really well. So what I'm going to do, if I can get my bow maker going here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a cute little bow. Like I said, not too frilly, but it is a baby, so we do need a little bow on here. And this little linen thread is the perfect little addition. Okay, and then we'll grab a glue dot. Now with this, my glue dots kind of come unraveled and they're not overly sticky. So I'm going to place my dot right up here in the corner. I'm gonna do that first. Try to get it to stick. Might have to use a little liquid glue. And then I can take my bow and stick the knot on the dot. All right, there we go. We've got a little trim here. Okay, just kind of mush it in there, make sure it's gonna stay. All right, isn't that the cutest? Oh, thank you. Yeah, my nails, they're literally $5 stick-ons from Target. And I'm surprised they did them for an event last weekend and they've actually stayed. So thank you. All right, yes, isn't this cute? Let's see. Hi, Linda. Hello. Okay, just reading through your comments, checking up on things. All right, so this was my group card because I have the multiples here. So I thought that was good as a from all of us, so they could each sign their names or put a little message in there if they wanted. All right, and then for the individual card, since I still had a half sheet here of the petal pink, I went ahead and made a coordinating card. All right, so again, keeping it super simple. I layered on some Mossy Meadow again. Okay, there's my tape runner hidden underneath my dimensionals. Okay. All right, and then, okay, same thing, a little layer of basic white for the front. Okay, so you really could make a bunch and knock these out quick because I know new moms are busy and time is of the essence, right? Now, for this one, I did not use one of the corner sections of the Painterly Pears. I did go with basic white, just a plain sheet for the inside, but that's because I had a little strip of the designer paper that matched with the onesie I'm going to use on the front. So in this case, it's a 0.75, a 3/4 by 4-inch strip. And I'm using that and place that right in here on the inside. Sometimes I don't like to put it all the way down at the bottom. I like a little stripe showing. Okay, now you can see that is the pattern. All right, so coordinates with, but it's a little pink on its own. All right, so let's stamp our little onesie on here. Okay. Let's see. The pressure's on. Yes, isn't that a cute little touch on the inside? Okay, that came out pretty well there. detail. So with this one, oops, I better, well, this is where I wear dark colors. There we go. Clean up our craft space. Okay. Oh, my little hanger here, so, oops, come on. Add a little bit of liquid glue. The liquid glue and I, we're getting better acquainted. I know I often use seal for most things, and I even love my glue dots. Liquid glue and I always end up a bit gooey, but I'm using it more and more. I'm getting there. Okay. So now we have this cutest little onesie, but it does look a little plain if you just set it on there. I mean, it's cute, but a little plain nonetheless. So what I did is, again, I pulled out the Storybook Friends bundle. This is actually on last chance. All right, so it's on clearance now. I like this sentiment, welcome little one. So that is what I wanted to use for this card. Okay, so I got my stamp. And then from the dies, we have these neat frames, these little decorative frames here. So I thought, okay, I need something to kind of ground my onesie a little bit. So I used Mossy Meadow with this decorative frame. And look at that, how pretty is that? So we're going to use this as the focal point here. Isn't that cute? All right, so for this, we just need a little bit of adhesive. You can use your liquid glue, or with this, the edges of the frame are wide enough, you can use a little bit of, oops, Stampin' Seal here. Let's say, Luann, I'm running low on adhesive here. I think I can make it through. All right. Okay, so clean the dust off my card here. Let's see. I'm going to mount this a little bit higher towards the top, because that way I've got room for my sentiment right below. Isn't that cute? All right, yes, it does. Yeah, frame makes it simple, but elevated. Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you get me. Oh, it says, yes, you could tell I was a farm girl. Absolutely. All right, so we've got our frame. Let's peel the dimensionals off of our onesie. Okay. There we go. Okay. Isn't that cute? Just right in the center. I thought it was cute. And it makes it just a little bit different, so it coordinates with the group card, but it is still individual. Okay, our little, well, now if you're nervous about this, you could always stamp your white layer before you adhere it, okay? So where we go. Oh, yeah, Luann says you could also place the frame landscape with the sentiment inside. Oh, and then hangs the onesie from the bottom of the frame. That would be a cute idea too. So she's saying if I had turned it like this, and then, well, where'd my little hanger die go? It's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And then had hung the onesie. That would have been, all right, super cute. I will have to play around with that and do some more. Now with this one, I didn't necessarily want to use the low profile sparkle dots from the Painterly Pears collection, because I didn't really want, that was a little too much green. I did want it to be a little bit girly, and well, I suppose I could put a bow right up here on the hanger, but we also have the Charming Shimmer faceted dots from the Charming Floral collection, and these dots do come in petal pink. So that's what I was thinking here. I've got a couple pieces I was using up, and so we could just do a couple of cute little ones. Let's see here. Do a little here, and then even just a cute little little dots. Put them, let's see, right there, something like that. You could just do, that way we've got a little sparkle, a little shimmer, okay, but nothing over the top. Now, I do want to play around with that little bow idea, so let me just make one more little bow and we'll see what this looks like. On my card, I did not do a bow. I had just done a couple little gems, but if you think it needs a bow, oops, come on here. My thread is a little twisty. Okay. That's kind of cute. What do you guys think? Should I add a bow? Bow or no bow? That is the question. If we want a little bow up there. I don't know. That's kind of cute. You guys can leave me a comment. Let me know. Bow or no bow? And what do you guys think? Do you think this is cute for baby cards? All right, whether it's just a baby card or a baby shower or thank you cards or invitations, the whole works there, right? There's a whole industry around babies, but this is a cute little set. And like I said, if you need a quick and simple little baby set, the onesie dies here are just $13. You'll probably get a lot of use out of those. Like I got my die set years ago, and they're pretty much, I double checked, they're pretty much the same size, because the ones in here are not the actual size now. So when you get them, they are a little bit bigger. All right, but one baby set and you'll be good to go. All right. Oh, hi, Nancy. Hey, Nancy, happy Stampiversary to you. I think it's today I think it's your 2-year Stampiversary. Okay, yes, Luann and Philomena are saying yes to the bow. So let me grab those glue dots. Okay. Oops, that's that liquid glue sticking to me. Okay. Grab your glue dot here. Is mine all about baby? Something for baby is what mine is. I know there was all about baby, something for baby. There's one that was called Made with Love that also coordinated with the something for baby. Well, you know what, the dies, and the dies were, I mean, this is how old the packaging is. These were from, I don't even know if there's a date on there, but you can tell by the item number 133, and we're all in the 165s now. So this is, well, okay, you know what I can tell you is that my cousin's oldest, oh my goodness, I think he's 10 now. So yeah, so this set is probably 11 years old then. So that's how old those are. But yeah, if you've got a good baby set, then it's definitely worth it. Okay, here we go. Oops, my loops are a little lopsided. Let's straighten them out. Yeah, I think that's cute. We can always trim it up just a little bit here so it's not quite so long. Yeah, I think that's cute. All right, little finishing touches. So there we have it, using the, yes, thanks for joining us, Karen, on your lunch break. Have a good afternoon. Yes, okay, so this was the Stampin' Up! Painterly Pears Designer Series paper used with the Cutest Onesie, all right, or comparable to the Cutest Onesie stamps and dies. Oh, thank you, Luann. Yes, tomorrow, Stampin' Up! Begins a 3-day free shipping flash sale. In the US, that qualifying amount is $75. And if you are using any Stampin' rewards or coupons, remember those do deduct from your product amount, from your total. So make sure that your product in your cart is $75 or more after all of your coupons are applied there. Yes. Thank you, Luann. Thank you guys for reminding me. Aw, thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give me that thumbs up right? That like, subscribe, share, all of that goodness. And I hope you find these helpful. If you've got someone coming up that you need a baby card for, then hope these will inspire you. So thank you, thank you. Have a good afternoon, and we'll see you on Friday. All right, take care, everybody. Yes, and remember that free shipping, it starts tomorrow. That's Wednesday. It's 3 days. So it goes Wednesday, October 22nd through Friday, October 25th. All right, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.